What is up, YouTube gang? We are headed to when celebrities crash out over disrespectful questions. Why would you ask a disrespectful question in the first place? They don't care.
Crossed the line, leaving celebrities with no choice but to fire back. It's no secret that Jonah Hill has struggled with body image throughout his Hollywood career. But while doing press in France, an interviewer ridiculed him so badly on live TV that it caused him to cancel all remaining promotion and interviews.
En fait, ce serait qu'on se retrouve tous les deux dans une chambre d'hôtel le soir. On discute, voilà, vous me faites rire, vous me faites beaucoup rire. Et là, d'un coup, vous ramenez vos potes DiCaprio et Brad Pitt et vous partez.
D'être venu.
To get ridiculed by your
pas venu pour rien d'être ridicule.
The interviewer did issue an apology on camera, claiming she thought she was just joking with a friend. However, the damage was already done, and Hill didn't even attend the Deauville Film Festival
Man, you
in
can look
France.
on his face, like
Yeah, you can. I mean, I feel like I feel like in the video that I've seen, I feel like the awkwardness was already there. She could have stopped the joke.
yeah, like
midway.
it's
Like,
you can
could've-
tell when somebody not feeling the joke. Like, all right, let me back off a little bit, especially if you claiming to be a friend of his. Like, you gonna back off, like, okay,
you know
look a
what
little
jokes
uncomfortable.
are okay and what aren't.
Where the movie was screened. While Samuel L. Jackson was doing press for his upcoming movie Django Unchained, the interviewer also attempted to stir the conversation to a more political subject, which didn't sit very well with Jackson since the movie's set in the South in the 1800s and reflects contextual authenticity.
Whoa, I never knew that.
What?
That movie set in the South in the 1800s. Like, I didn't I get it, but I didn't know it was like that. Like,
You didn't know it was like the old school?
Yeah, but it's joke and comical. Like, I didn't think of it like as like an intense. Like, they made it so comedy. I thought it was just like, something they went along with. Like, I just want to make a comedy
It's
about.
so crazy because that movie's so sad, but like that he knows. That's one of my favorite
It's funny as
movies.
heck.
There's been a lot of controversy surrounding the usage of the N-word in this movie, and
No, nobody, none. The word would be.
oh, I don't want to say it.
Why not?
I don't like to say it.
Have you ever said it?
No, sir.
Try it.
I don't like to say it.
Try it.
Really? Seriously?
We're not gonna have this conversation unless you say it.
No, don't do it. Is he gonna do it?
You want to move on to another question?
Okay. Awesome. Sorry, guys. It was a good question.
Also,
No, it wasn't.
It was a great question.
It wasn't a great question if you can't say the word.
During a press tour for his book, Mike Tyson was discussing a recent meeting with the mayor when an interviewer abruptly asked if being seen with a convicted rapist would damage the mayor's reputation.
Now, some of your critics would say, there's a race for mayor. We know you're a convicted rapist. This could hurt his campaign. How would you respond to that?
Hey, I don't know who said that. You're the only one I heard say that. You know what I mean? And I don't have no comment to that, because it's negative and you're being negative. And I met the mayor, right, and nothing they can do about it.
We actually had a really good time.
That's
Tyson's
crazy.
you're mad because the mayor didn't want to meet you?
And the way he straight out bluntly asked that
Is
question.
that true though?
What?
That he has that?
I don't know his story on that. I don't know. This is my first time hearing. I never knew he even had anything
But why
like that.
would you put that on? Why would you ask that on national television? That's something that you ask like behind, or at least like I'm pretty sure his what's it called? The people that work for him, like his publicists.
Yeah.
Like you kind of don't you gotta ask them first, like, hey, this is the questions that we're gonna ask or something like that. Like
They do, but then I know I have seen videos on people like they'll have like an agenda.
Yeah.
But those like people that host it, they
Now, let
go
me just
off.
slide it in
Yeah,
real
they'll go
quick.
off of it. Like, hey, you got to sneak that question in there.
promoter tried to steer the conversation to a friendlier place, but Mike was visibly angry.
the
The
last
only
person I'm
person
asking
probably
you.
more
You're gonna get
scared than the
punched in your
reporter was
face.
the station's
He already look
security.
like he hot.
His life, highs and lows.
It's so interesting because you come across like a nice guy, but you're really a piece of shit.
Hey,
With that
come
comment.
on.
No, that was a piece of you. That was a piece of shit.
We're
See?
doing live TV
Man, I
now.
don't care. What are you gonna do about it?
We on live TV, sir. What did you care when you said
Right,
that to me
come
on live TV?
Come on, now you over here because he nervous. You got Mike Tyson getting aggressive, like getting mad at you, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I am so sorry, Mike. I
Don't
did
touch me.
not mean to
Don't touch
offend
me.
you. Like I'm like I'm so sorry, Mike. You know what?
You got a show that you're doing tonight. We are. A lot of people are.
Back in 2008, there were some rumors circulating about Mariah Carey possibly being pregnant. Despite her attempts to hide it, Ellen managed to out her pregnancy by offering her alcohol. Knowing
Dang.
a pregnant person can't drink it. Despite the clever move by Ellen, Mariah mentioned years later that she was uncomfortable by the move, since she wanted to announce it on her own terms.
I don't get celebrities in that. Like that
I
stuff.
mean, she didn't have to take the wine. She could have been like, no, my stomach hurts, or oh no, thank you, I don't want to. Like you
But
could have just kept them wondering.
I don't
Like you didn't have
like,
to give it away.
I don't know. Y'all can come for me all you want. I just never understood the point of hiding a pregnancy, because eventually you're gonna show. Like, you're gonna show you're pregnant. So you're gonna hold off for what, 3-4 months before you actually see, like, and some people show faster than that. So it's like,
in the world that they live in, you got paparazzi who's gonna out you.
So what is the point? Like, my thing is, what is the logic of hiding it? Because eventually it's gonna come out. Like, Cardi being on them, be on stage performing, and people be like, oh, their stomach is out. Like, yeah, we can. Oh, I didn't want to announce it.
Ellen just did it smart. I mean, sorry, not sorry, but
like,
Ellen just smart. She did
it
smart.
Pregnant.
She said,
like,
here, let's have a drink.
Just say you pregnant. Or don't come out on the road if you don't want people to know then. Y'all rich, y'all can stay in the house.
Back in 2009, false rumors about Lady Gaga being a hermaphrodite started spreading online and in tabloids. Gaga and her team decided to ignore these rumors, believing her private parts were nobody's business. However, during an interview with CNN, she was taken aback when an interviewer asked her about it.
Rumors, for example, about you being a hermaphrodite. How do you feel about that when you read that?
I'm not even going to answer that question. You can ask me about scrutiny. I just would prefer that.
During an interview with Don Lemon, Morgan Freeman was there to discuss his new science documentary series. However, when asked about race and wealth inequality, he had made it clear he didn't come on air to talk sensitive issues.
Do you think that race plays a part in wealth distribution, or either a mindset that you can't or cannot? Yeah.
No.
You don't?
No, I don't.
You know, I said, and it's probably get me in trouble, but I said to some of my colleagues recently, so I know that it's an issue, but it seems like every single day on television I'm talking about race, and it's because of the news cycle, it's in the news, but sometimes I get so tired of talking about it, I want to just go, this is over, can we move on?
And if you talk about it, it exists.
Right.
Yeah. It's not like it exists and we refuse to talk about it, but making it a bigger issue than it needs to be is a problem we have.
Kate Blanchett was not a fan of the camera panning from the bottom to the top of the dress.
I just want to, do you do that to the guys? Yes.
And she's not the only celebrity who didn't appreciate the interviewer showing her figure, with an interviewer making an inappropriate comment about Taylor Swift's plans for the...
Okay, I'm a little lost on that one. Okay, if you make a comment, okay, we about to go into a comment. I'm not talking about the comment part. I'm talking about the camera panning up. You're in a dress that's slit all the way up your dang to your vagina area, and you want to ask the camera, they gonna see it anyway when you walk by.
I just always thought, because they want to see the way the dress is.
That's exactly what it is. That's just the pick me moment.
So they're gonna be like, oh, okay, let me show the shoes that you got on with the dress.
Exactly.
Or they want to see like, oh, it's slit right here, because from up here you're only gonna see a little bit. So I feel like if you're wearing like a certain brand or a designer, I'm sorry, not brand, but designer, like, they're gonna show the whole thing. Like, oh, this is from so and so. Look at this.
But that's that pick me movement. Want to be picked? Like, the cameraman probably meant no harm by it, no nothing. Like, I'm just, like you said, I'm showing the outfit. But you got the pick me people that want. Oh my God, you do.
I feel like they won't.
They do it to the guys.
I feel like if they did do it to the guys, I feel like it's more or less shoes.
But they do it.
Guys are always so.
But they do it though. They show the guy's whole outfit. She just want to be pick me.
I don't watch this stuff, so I wouldn't know.
I just wanted to show the legs, because as I was telling you ahead of time, you're going to walk home with more than maybe just a trophy tonight. I think lots of men.
I'm not going to walk home with any men tonight. I'm going to...
Sandra Bullock had a horrible time at the Today Show when the back-then host Matt Lauer opened the interview very inappropriately.
The major thing that's changed since you were here last?
Yes.
I have now seen you naked.
And I'm so sorry about that.
I have seen you naked.
Are you able to sleep
afterwards?
Why are you looking down?
It's now my screensaver.
He kept pushing the boundaries during an interview, making it very surprising that the network decided to air the show.
If I'm not mistaken, he the one that got in trouble.
It's now my screensaver? Wait, what? First of all, how did he see her naked?
Probably in a movie or something.
He's weird.
If I'm not, I want to say he the one who got in trouble with all those allegations. If I'm right, let me get the right one.
You're making it awkward, sir. Like.
Yep. See, he was the one. He was fired back in 2017, sexual misconduct. He had a whole bunch of girls that he worked with. Everybody that came forward saying.
Well, I mean, he's showing it on national television.
But my thing is, how do you survive after this though? Like, if I own a network and you see him doing this, he got to be fired, because if you do this in your job, that's sexual harassment. So how does he get away with?
They're not gonna see it as that. They're gonna see like, oh, he's just playing around with her. He's just like,
telling people like stuff like that.
Everybody doesn't see how someone else sees it.
Did I mention you haven't seen in this movie?
Pretty much from the time you opened your mouth. Yeah.
Sandra Bullock, come back more often.
No, not after this interview.
Years later, Matt Lauer was fired.
Oh, because the movie's A Proposal. Remember that one? Oh.
by NBC after they received a complaint about inappropriate sexual remarks in the workplace. Okay, not sure why Anne Hathaway flipped here, but maybe she thought the interviewer was prying too much about private conversations.
Has ever spoken about the movie? Yes. And when has she shared? Why would I tell you? Because I'm a fan and I need to know. I know, but you weren't there.
After Katie Holmes and Tom Cruise went through a divorce, she decided to stay away from public romances. So when Jamie Foxx was asked about rumors of him dating Katie, he walked out of the interview out of respect for her.
And I know you prepared because I saw pictures. Did you and Katie Holmes play basketball for Valentine's Day? Like some real loving basketball game?
See? All it takes. Walk it up, walk away. Y'all sit there and keep getting questioned or stuff said to you. Get up
I don't gotta sit through this interview.
Walk away.
I do not gotta sit through this interview.
They need you more than you need them.
Yep.
Good job, Jamie.
Jamie said, I'm done. Clip it off. Look at the dude came in.
Exactly. He knew. Let's go play basketball now.
No one wants to discuss their intimate life with their parents in the room. So when Graham Norton brought up a backstage conversation about Cara Delevingne's private life in front of an audience, she was visibly uncomfortable.
And we were talking backstage.
I'm embarrassed right now.
No, we're talking backstage. The thing about that having sex on a plane. You were doing it, and then a man was
My
watching
father
you.
is here, by the way. Sorry, Dad.
You were having sex on a plane, and someone was watching you.
Yeah.
The pilot.
No.
Thankfully, two of the other guests managed to save her from the awkward moment by taking the attention off her.
That's crazy. But you know what's crazy? Like watching this video, it's just making me know, like when you hear the sound like Cat Williams on this interview said, like Hollywood gonna be exposed, blah blah blah, whatever. When you hear this just show you how weird Hollywood really is.
Yeah.
They don't care.
No, how do you say? There's no.
No boundaries.
There's no, exactly, no boundary. Like too far is not too far.
No, they want to be
like,
all
after
in
this
business.
is too far. You still got a long way to go with them.
I feel like it's a lot of like people that want to know and see you answer these questions because they like. I think it's like
I just feel like
swinging activity and all that stuff going on.
She kind of gave too many remarks. Her body language, everything was giving, and nobody helped except for those two people. So
Angelina Jolie's had a long career in Hollywood and is one of the most influential actresses in history. But years ago, she faced some controversy for being too close with his brother, which resulted in some late-night shows making fun of them. So when Angelina Jolie went on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno, she brought a list of disrespectful jokes he made towards them.
And read these things that you've said.
I've said, let me see.
Yeah.
Let me see, what's your good one here?
I highlighted the two that she really appreciated and made her sick.
You know how Billy Bob knew Angelina was attracted to him? Because she said he was like a brother to her. But see, are those terrible jokes?
That's right.
Well, let me...
honestly, if I wanted to kill you, I wouldn't be here right now. I just thought I needed to say that for,
No, that's
because I think they get it.
But you know.
After Halle Berry was accused of leaving the scene after getting into a car accident, when she was invited to an interview with Howie Mandel, he made a joke of a hit and run right before Halle came on. And well, she confronted him about it.
I'm this way, and she smashed right into me, but then she didn't say anything. She just left the scene.
Oh, Howie!
I do need to address that.
Yeah,
because, I was so shocked to come to what's like a home and be disrespected almost to my face.
A very confusing moment for Australian actress Catherine Langford happened when Jimmy Kimmel asked her where she learned to speak proper English, which confused her because she's from Australia.
Did you learn to speak English there? Is that where, like...
It is.
Our regular English that we speak here. Is that something you learned from watching television or from friends or studying or what?
It's normal that singers can get sweaty during performances, as they have to constantly be dancing and singing. A completely crazy moment during a post-show interview with Taylor Swift happened when the interviewer suggested Taylor take a shower.
Swansea, we'll see you very soon. It's nice to see you. I think you need to have a shower now.
Dang!
I agree, and I'm not offended that you said that. There's a lot going on, and none of it's good here.
A funny moment at the Jimmy Fallon show happened when he was interviewing Adriana Lima and asked her to teach him some Portuguese. And well, Adriana decided to teach Jimmy to say, "I wear a bra," instead of "a pleasure to meet you."
Say it again.
Eu uso sutiã.
Sutiã.
Yes,
Thank you, yeah. Hey, let's talk about this guy here.
English model and actress Twiggy faced an interviewer who tried to paint her as unintelligent, but it completely backfired.
Who's your favorite philosopher?
I haven't got one. I don't know any. Who's yours?
Oh, I like them all.
Who?
All your basic philosophers.
Who?
Just all of them.
I don't know their names. What are their names?
Oh, See, there's a host of them.
At their peak, S Club 7 was a hugely successful music group, selling over 100 million albums worldwide. However, they were reportedly severely underpaid. So much so that when an interviewer asked about their finances, their publicist had to interrupt the show.
There are rumours, I don't know how true they are, that you guys are grumpy because you haven't made a mint.
Is that
Are you not?
I think we're all really lucky to be where we are today at our age and have the bank balances that we do have.
I'm not having that. I'm not having that. You mad?
Yep, they ain't get paid.
We're going. Sorry.
This got to be that era. Like, I'm looking at the dressing. This got to be that 2000s era.
She was using that money.
It was a lot of people like that in the 2000s era, getting these group, whatever you call boy bands, whatever you want to call them, and they always doing that, like just taking money.
What is it? S Club 7?
Yep.
I'm gonna look them
just
up.
taking money, just signing them up. Parents let them go. They see that little contract, gone.
No.
Why she probably filthy rich.
Okay, I'm sorry, I wasn't sorry. No, that's cool.
What do you think the score is? Maybe we should go.
When Cara Delevingne was doing press for the movie Paper Towns, she went to a morning show who didn't seem to understand her sarcastic humor, and one of the hosts even suggested her to go take a nap.
Good as much. You figured as much.
We'll let you go then. How about that? We'll let you go take a little nap, maybe get a Red Bull. How about that?
And well, sometime after Cara Delevingne left the interview, another host said that for $5 million, she should act more excited.
You make $5 million for 6 weeks worth of work. You can pretend to talk to Good Day Sacramento with some oomph.
Quentin Tarantino is one of the most known and respected movie directors of all time. When a reporter who wasn't too keen on his movies asked him about if the violence in his movies could influence kids, he had a pretty good comeback.
Need for so much gruesome, graphic violence. Why not let us imagine
Because it's so much fun, Jan. Get it?
Oh, really? Okay, I'd like to see you walk down the street and get attacked by some kids who've just seen your movie.
But you saw me. See, Jan, you're all messed up because you're talking about real life.
Oh,
and I'm
I see.
talking
And kids
about
at
the
12,
movies. You got to
kids
get
at
it straight.
12.
Asking someone to
He handled
smile
it.
more is usually never a good idea. When Olympic gymnast Simone Biles was asked why she wasn't smiling at some of the compliments, she responded that smiling doesn't win you gold medals.
I was waiting for you to smile at some of the compliments. You didn't.
Smiling doesn't win you gold medals.
Oh.
She said what she said.
Right.
A moment which an interviewer took it way too far happened at an Avengers press interview, in which Scarlett Johansson was asked about what she was wearing under her costume, something that she found offensive, and definitely made the interviewer know he was out of line.
To wear undergarments?
You're like the fifth person that's asked
Well, no, because
What is going on? Since when did people start asking each other about in interviews about their underwear?
No, inappropriate.
To ask somebody what kind of underpants they wear?
I didn't ask you what kind.
You just asked me if I was wearing any.
60-year-old reporter Sandy Ronaldo seemed to be undermining Justin Bieber's accomplishments by calling him a product of marketing, and he handled it incredibly well.
Critics will say that you are basically a product of marketing.
Okay.
That when it comes down to it, it's all the YouTube hype. You see yourself as a product of marketing hype?
I think that everything happened organically. It wasn't something that the record label was pushing. Coming from Stratford, Ontario, it basically gave others like hope. Nobody's ever came out of Stratford, Ontario and been famous or...
Wait, Lloyd Robertson has come out of Stratford, Ontario and been famous. He anchors the national news on CTV.
I'm just saying there hasn't been somebody to come out and be known worldwide.
Okay.
Just like he didn't know who that was that you named, like he's gonna know who a reporter is. Like nobody knows who reporters are from or if they made it out of somewhere. Nobody cares. But my thing is, I got a lot more respect for Justin because like.
And isn't he a child at this point?
Yeah, like cause knowing his backstory, how they brought him up in high school, like use him, and now I see why he the way he is, and like he be telling people leave him alone because he was going through some stuff as a kid.
You went through too much.
Do you agree in that point?
Well, you know, it's hard to say because
you think Lloyd Robinson is known in a little town in Germany?
Probably not, because he anchors the national news in Canada. So you're saying you've got international appeal. That's the point you're making?
Miley Cyrus showed to have some quick wit when she made a quick comeback to Joe Rogan's comment that all dancers' performances look the same.
Do the same move. They drop down and do the splits.
That's what I think when I'm watching your shows too. You know, all the same stuff.
But
Joe Rogan did take the diss like a champ, though. During a sit-down interview with a live audience, the host kept being condescending and passive-aggressive towards Kim Kardashian, but perhaps took it a little bit too far by pushing for her to tell how much money she made from her app.
How much money did you make from it, personally? What? How much? Well, I never talk dollars. Okay. Cents, I never do. Well, you can talk rubles or euros. I don't know.
surprisingly did very well for me.
In a display of double standards in Hollywood, Scarlett Johansson called out a
Johansson
reporter
is
for
up here a
asking about her diet, right after Robert Downey Jr. gets a deep philosophical question.
Like, how come you get like the really interesting, like existential question, and I get the like rabbit food question?
Megan Fox had a meteoric rise to fame after starring in the first Transformers movie. Shortly after, she had a fallout with director Michael Bay. When an interviewer claimed Michael made her, she was quick to shut it down.
Okay.
Michael Bay make you an icon. Are you aware?
I'm not aware. Are you silly? Do you ever just look at yourself in the mirror and you're like,
she was known before
I
Transformers.
really did it today.
That makes no sense.
Damn.
Yeah,
Some of these just, it's like you get punched in the face in my head.
But I forgot what I watched, but it was something where they talked about that.
I'm looking at them and punching them because it's like, yeah, out of pocket.
It goes back to what you said. It's like
they're human. If they feel disrespected, they're gonna speak up and walk away, or luckily nobody has put their hands on them. But
it goes back, like you said. There is a narrative, like, or a format that is laid out, and then they say, "Are you gonna take this interview?" And they're like, "Yeah, these are the questions we're gonna ask." And then they post say like, "I don't want these questions asked," but those people
don't
still
bring up this subject or whatever.
But those people still do it because they want
they need
debate
to be
it.
held accountable because that's not right. Like I said, they're human. If you don't want to talk about something, you're not obligated to.
But I'm pulling the Jamie Foxx. I'm just I don't care what you want. I'm walking off.
Get up and walk away.
I'm not about to answer this question. You just want the question. Like, I'm not answering it. You
don't
got. I don't be asking you.
Do for the next 45 minutes.
Let me ask you what draws you got on right now. Like, why you ask me? Like, what does it matter?
What's in your bank account?
Hey, just asking stupid stuff. But this is a great video. Like, I enjoyed this crazy, like, some of these stupid questions. I don't even know what was crossing their mind to even ask. But, some people are dumb,
They think it's juicy.
We can't think everybody's smart on this earth. But anyways, let us know what y'all thought about this one. Drop whatever other reaction y'all want us to react to next. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. See y'all on the next one.